Yes, 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 yes. I think it has arrived. Yeah! So I brought the boosted board inside and I started to get it unwrapped. Sorry about the focus here. It was a little bit difficult to get the box open because they packaged it really well, but after a little bit of effort, I got everything opened up and I'd like to show you what the boosted looks like. A lot of other reviewers have mentioned this, but I think the packaging is really nice. It almost looks like an Apple product. Clean lines, got the display of the products inside on the box, and some slogan here, love getting there. That's pretty cool. And there she is. She looks awesome. I love the way that the packaging is set up here. Very clean, pretty good looking right out the box. It's got the love getting there slogan up top again. I'll show you what the grip tape looks like. This thing is heavy. We've got some pretty standard stuff in the box. This really nice matte black boosted manual box, which is pretty cool. There's the remote. I like that trigger design. Inside here we've got the skate tool. It's a little different than the skate tool you might buy at an actual skate shop because it is collapsible, but pretty nice. And then in here we've got what looks like the battery pack and the charger. A little bit difficult to get out here, but there it is. Stickers are always cool. So here's a look what's in the box. You got the cables, the remote, the skate tool, of course the Boosted Mini itself. Here's a look at the bottom. You can see the belts and the wheels. There's the battery. Gotta unwrap it. And of course, always wear a helmet when you ride. Don't be stupid. I'll put a link to this 888 helmet in the description below. I also got these nose and tail covers just to make sure that nothing gets scratched up if I ride on the ground or drag the tail or something, so we'll see how they work. They were pretty cheap on Amazon. I'll put the link below, but just something to protect my new investment. Okay, so let's turn her on and we'll get this show on the road. Literally. Good to go. All right, here we go. Okay, so my first impressions are that it's very smooth, very stable. I've got to do a little work on the trucks to loosen them up a little bit to make the turning radius a little bit better, but I'm gonna go work on that. I'm gonna get it out in the streets a little bit just to test it out a little bit more, and I'll give you my thoughts in a little bit. Okay, so I'm just recording on my phone a little bit just to give you an idea of, what it's like. I didn't want to bring my regular camera out here on the streets just yet, but the ride is really smooth. I think the build quality is very solid as far as the build of the board. And I just loosened up the trucks a little bit. It's allowing me to turn a little bit more freely. Not exactly like a longboard, of course. Oh, going over a curb here. Oh, okay. But so far so good. I really enjoy it, and I will keep you up to date. I'll tell you a little bit about the Boosted app when I get back to the house. Okay, so overall, the ride was great. It's a little bit vibraty as far as the feet go. I heard that from one of the guys at Windward Skate Shop down in Chicago, but it's totally something to be expected on a short board. There's a lot more vibration in the feet versus a long board that has all that flex in the board itself or the deck. But overall fun. I rode around the area a little bit, pretty smooth. Even got to go over a little bit of terrain. Only had a close to wipeout halfway once, but overall, so far so good. Now let's dive into the app. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into the Boosted app now. And as you can see, it's trying to detect my vehicle. It comes up on the screen. I believe it's connecting via Bluetooth. And keep our fingers crossed. What? Okay, so we need to click the power button on the vehicle 5 times quickly, then tap connect below. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the light turned blue on the board. Obviously it means it's connecting via Bluetooth. All right, so now we can pair. And it looks like we are good to go. Okay, so I did a little riding earlier before, of course. And it tells you the estimated range of the vehicle, the amount of miles you can go on the current charge. I've apparently gone 3.4 miles already. On this particular trip, the odometer is going to be the lifetime, and I'm currently on mode 2, so not beginner mode anymore. I've actually graduated already, but I'm in mode 2, not feeling quite prepared for expert mode just yet, but let's take a look around the app real quick. We are on the vehicle screen. On the bottom, you can go to rides. You can record a ride. I'm assuming it does the distance or the map. Okay, so it does have a map. That's pretty cool. You've got inbox or notifications from Boosted, and then I've got my profile. And so I'm registered to Chicago. Hopefully that means it'll know if there's any events coming up near me. But what's pretty cool is you've got the range. You can, change the riding style, up. If you're going to go faster and you're going to really push it, shredding decreases the range. But if you're just cruising around and trying to hang out, then you'll probably get a little bit more range out of the current battery charge. If there's going to be a lot of hills, of course, then it's going to need a little more battery to power that up the hill on expert mode. But same thing, if you go more hilly areas, you're going to have less range. This area is pretty darn flat, but I'll leave it there. And then the weight, obviously this is for the person. I'm going to leave it ambiguous as to what I am, but as you can see, the lighter the person, the further the range is going to be. The heavier the person, obviously, the less range it's going to have. What's really cool is it also has an Apple Watch feature so that you can see your speedometer and your range and possibly battery life on the Apple Watch face as you're riding as well. I think that's pretty cool. As you can see, I also changed my board name to My Mini X. I was able to update the registration using the serial number on the board itself, so that was nice. You can change the battery notifications. You're going to get a notification when it's fully charged, and when you're at 20% low battery, you can obviously change that. So I'm just kind of looking around. You can disconnect from a board if you wanted to switch to another board in your app. Check for a remote to update. That's cool. You can change the units, US metric, pretty standard stuff, but that is a look at the Boosted Board iPhone app. Okay, so I switched back to the 11 to 22 millimeter wide angle lens just so I can vlog at you like this. But overall, I think the Boosted Mini X is a pretty sweet investment. I'm really looking forward to getting out on the streets a little bit more, getting a little more practice in before I go down and get involved in any of the Eastgate Chicago Boosted community rides. But I'll definitely make some videos about that when I do. But once again, one of the reasons that I chose the Mini X over the longboard, number one, honestly, was just the price. The longboard versions are anywhere from $1,600 to $1,800, and I just didn't want that to be the level of expenditure that I made on my very first boosted board. So that was part of the reason I went with the Mini X. I chose the X over the Mini S with the regular battery just for the extended range. Obviously, the X is going to be a little bit heavier, can't take it on a plane, but I think for my purposes, riding around in my area or downtown Chicago, I think it's going to be the way to go. I've really enjoyed my short experience on it so far, and I'll keep you up to date along the way. But once again, the reasons that I chose the Mini X are just personal to me. Obviously, you'll have to make your own choice. Check out a boosted dealer near you. Sometimes they have different demos where you can go try out different boards just to see what the feel is like for yourself before you make a decision. That is anywhere from the high 3 to 4-digit dollar investment. But so far, I'm really enjoying having my Boosted Mini X. It arrived here in the mail. Thank you to Boosted and FedEx for getting that to me, even though it was a day late. If you're interested in keeping up with all of my outings, make sure to hit the subscribe button and even the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the adventures that we have here on the channel. I'll be posting more reviews and tech tips and things, but these last two videos were all about the Boosted Mini X. I hope it helps you decide if it's something that you might want to try out for yourself as well. Again, thanks for watching today's video. Until next time, this is TJ Askew, signing off. There it is, in all its glory.